In this video, I want to go ahead and fix the wall weapon, basically with the motion component. So not necessarily fixing the wall weapon, but rather fix the motion component. So when you buy the wall weapon, it no longer will slide out like that, because basically what is happening is if we view it, if I can even click it, the mesh component is behind the wall by default, so negative 10 units. I want it to move slowly, adding 10 units, which is the 10 units from our curve. So it should end up here. However, it removes itself and starts back at world origin and just adds 10 from there, which is why it ends up here. So, for example, if I had moved it all the way out here and gave it a try, what happens is it snaps back to the, zeroed out position and goes out 10 units. So we're going to resolve that. So let's set it to be 10 units inside the wall and go to our motion component. So basically what we want to do is here we have our target location vector and our target rotation, which by default we are just setting to the relative rotation and location of the component. We want to get the starting relative location and rotation and assign these values to that. So then we want to add the vector values to our target. So we're going to replace the target location vector to be plus equals the curve value. Then we want the target rotation to be plus equals this target rotation. So now that we have that, what we want to go ahead and do is, well, store these values in the header. So we want a vector and a rotator. So in the motion component header, let's make a F vector, and this will be the component relative start location, and a F rotator, which will be the component relative start rotation. Now let's set the target location vector to the relative start location and the target rotator to the component relative start rotation. From here, we want to go ahead and set the values so we can go down to our onRep, which is right here before we start the running. And we are simply going to do component relative start location equals component to move get relative location. Likewise, component relative start rotation equals component to move relative start, get relative rotation. So now that we have that, we can go ahead, recompile, and relaunch. Okay, once we are back inside of the editor, we can press play, and we should see the wall or the weapon mesh slide slowly and smoothly through the wall. Like so. And that's the result that I wanted. Let's also confirm we are good to go from the door. So we press F and the door opens and then gets destroyed just like before. So now we can do 2 clients and just make sure we are good to go. So this client can buy the wall weapon, it comes out smoothly, and everything is nice and replicated. So we still get our different messages here, which is also correct. So if I buy it, now it'll change locally. So that is perfecto. Exactly what we want. So that is almost it for the wall weapon. There is one small thing. So if we play as, well, honestly, if we just play at all, I actually need to increase the amount of points we have. So let's go to core, gas, effects, and init player stats. And we're just going to set that from 500 to, we'll just do 5,000. So let's press play. And if I buy the STG, I can buy ammo. So I just bought ammo even though my ammo was full. I haven't used it. I can buy ammo again. Basically, I can keep buying ammo until I am out of points. Like so. So I just bought a crap ton of ammo and got nothing for it. So we only want to be able to buy ammo if our current ammo reserve is less than 300. So that's one thing we need to take into consideration here. So that would be a relatively simple setup. If we go to the on, or sorry, not the on, the can interact here, because we have the ability system, and that's fine. Basically, we just need to know that, roughly our attribute, or not the attribute, but rather the current ammo that we have, well, in the firearm. So the hardest part is going to be getting that data, basically. So anyways, that is going to be all for this video, and I will see you in the next one. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.